for asking. How are you?
Doing great. I'm doing great. To be honest, I'm quite excited to have you here, man. To be honest, I've been looking the project for quite a while. It was recommended by one of my best friends in crypto over here. So actually, I've been following quite a while. So today, when we got our AMA confirmed, it was like, hey, man, I'm so hyped up for that because, like I said, I have a huge weakness for gaming projects. But man, I entered into your project and started digging a little bit more, about all the different things that you're working on, and it's quite complete. And I think it's quite interesting everything that you're doing. So great for that, man.
Yes, thank you a lot for it. Thank you for this attention.
Of course, Nick. Perfect. So let's officially start the AMA. Guys, we have 80 participants at this moment. So I'm actually really happy that we have such a great attendance for this great project. We're going to officially start the AMA. For the ones that don't know me, guys, I'm Driveit. I'm the owner of this lounge. I'm the host of this AMA. I'm usually the one that asks the questions. And then, of course, we shift into a community questions. And today we're having, like I said, Street Racing Simulator. But Nick, let's kick off this AMA talking a little bit about the team. That's something that I always like to start, when I first start speaking in an AMA. The first thing I want to know is about the team. I would like to know, how many members are there, who is in charge of what, do you know each other? And also, and something that is really important that I think that everyone wants to know is past experience in crypto. We would like to know, of course, the past experience in crypto for the team members.
Yes, yes, surely. Okay, so I will introduce my team. So we have a really experienced team. First of all, my name is Nick Riley, and I'm CEO of this project. I have a huge experience with the crypto projects and the gaming project, non-GameFi. Okay. Uh, Also, I have our CTO Tadeusz, our experienced CMO Adam Minkowski, our director of communication, and our Karin, and our SMM specialist Kim, and Stefan Novak, our core co-founder. So in total, we have 6 members in a core team, and around 15 members of like staff or a salary. And most of all of this is game developers, which are trying to make our game much better.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing, and that's actually quite a big group. 6 members in a core team is actually decent, but also having plus 15 other people contributing to the development of the game shows how serious you are doing this, right? Because I've been looking, at the white paper. We're going to talk about more about the actual project in just a bit. But I was seeing in the white paper, and you have like many functionalities, many utilities, and many things that are going inside the game. That of course I think that it needs a lot of development. So having 15 people actually coding and making the project shows how serious you're taking that. So I'm actually glad to hear that out. But Nick, what I also want to know, we would like to know what's your current role in the team right now.
Yes, as I have already said that I am CEO of this project and core founder.
Perfect, perfect. Great. So I have one question for you that is something that I always like to ask. It's about motivation. I would love to know what motivated you to start this project. Like, what was the main motivation that you someday just woke up and said, "Hey, man, I want to do this." Like, what's behind this idea? We would love to know, like, what made you do this? Like, are you actually a car enthusiast? Do you like races? What made you get the idea of this project?
Okay, thank you for this question. So let me explain. The first of all, I need to understand that I just want to make the new type of game. Uh, because SRS Street Racing Simulator, it's not just like a super racing like a Need for Speed or a Forza Horizon. It's a racing and business simulation combined, where people can race, earn money on the racing, legal and illegal. Also can build a business, his own empire, like with a car delivery, taxi, and other stuff. And I'm pretty sure that even non-crypto guys will really interested in this game, and that's my mission, to make something new, something unique.
That's amazing, and that's also nice. You know that you're making it like friendly for the users because you're trying. Of course, it's going to be Web3. This project is going to be crypto involved. So one of the main things that I always like to talk, about gaming projects is about breaking that wall between non-crypto users and crypto users because you're making a game. So basically, you want to have like as much as users as possible. That's the end game. You want to get a lot of users into your game, and we know that there are more users that are from Web 2, the traditional games, than on Web 3. So actually, you trying to get to make this really friendly for people to enter into Web 3 is actually pretty nice. And also, like you said, I'm a huge fan of Forza Horizon. By the way, it's actually one of my favorite racing games. So I understand that it's not only just for the fun of driving it. There are other utilities and mechanisms on the background. That is what makes this project interesting. So actually, Nick, I wanted to move into the next part, guys. We know that Nick here, he told us a little bit about the motivation. He told us a little bit about the team. There are 6 core members. We have 15 other developers. We've talked about the team, and now, guys, it's time to talk a little bit more about the project itself. So, Riley, of course, I've read the white paper. I've seen the website. I've been looking at the project, but there are 75 participants at this moment. That maybe not all of them have already done all the proper research on your project. So we would like you to tell us a little bit in your own words on what is this project about? Like, what is a street racing simulator and what can you do inside this game?
Okay, so let me brief about the project in like a 3 sentences. Street Racing Simulator is a GameFi project with an open world where people can earn money, play, earn, and drift for sure. And wait, 1 second.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so it's like a large-scale game project in GameFi with a play-to-earn principle, where gamers can race, can earn money, can build empire, build businesses, buy car washes, buy gas stations, and to be or like a leader of illegal racing, or be a largest businessman of taxi companies is it's absolutely up to you. So it's like in Euro Truck Simulator you can drive a truck. In Need for Speed you can race. In
Yeah.
economic games you can you can simulate your business. In this game you can do all in one game.
That's amazing.
So
That's amazing. Yeah, please
okay.
continue.
So in the end, I think this UniQ project, which built on the Ethereum blockchain, will enable people to open new opportunities in play to earn.
That's actually great. So I'm a huge fan of play to earn games. When you create a play to earn game that it's on a sustainable ecosystem, that it's planned accordingly. Play to earn games are actually pretty interesting. But one thing that I want to know here, because you're telling everyone that this game, of course, you're going to have like different ways, of making money. You're going to play and you're going to be earning money. So that's actually interesting. I saw that, of course, you're having the turbo token, that is your token that you're doing the fair launch right now at Pixel. But I wanted to know about the utility of that token. Like, how is that token going to play inside the environment of Street Racing Simulator? Like, what can you do inside your game with your token? Are you going to be earning in that token? Are you going to be able to buy things with that token? We would love to know more about the utility of the token.
Okay, so let me explain briefly. So we have a definition system of our tokenomics. So in game, you can spend your token by, for example, you can buy new cars, you can buy new taxis, hire drivers for your business. You can build new gas stations, for example. Also, you can buy new parts for your car. For example, you want to buy new hood, new engine, and new transmissions. This all will be only for turbo tokens and will be burned.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Also, game, it's not only one thing for utility. Also have a huge DeFi system. We have staking and farming. You can stake turbo tokens. Already now you can stake turbo tokens and earn more turbo tokens by 777 APR.
Oh, nice.
And in 5 days we will open the NFT farming, where you can stake turbo tokens and get the gaming NFT cars.
Oh, nice. That was actually something that I was about to ask, and it's that how did you get your car in your game? Like that's something one of the questions that is most related into the in-game way. Like for example, I'm going to sign up into your game and I start the game. When I start the game, do I already have a car or do I need to buy a car with turbo tokens?
Okay, so let me explain. First of all, we will make mint of the cars. It will be mint of loot boxes, where it's like a gambling because you have no idea what cars are you buying. It can be the Toyota Corolla and it's awful, right? But it can be a it's a used Lambo, right? And you will be the king of the road. So
Nice.
whatever you have, our mint will be mint of the NFT will cost 0.15 Ether for each loot box.
Okay.
But if you want to get this NFT as soon as possible, right now, you can do it too, because you have a special contest for our core investors, for our pre-sale investors. Everybody who buy on pre-sale, on pink sale, at least on 0.1 Ether, will get a free NFT car. And for example, for each 0.1 Ether, will get the one NFT car. For example, if somebody buy on 0.5 Ether, he will get 5 NFTs.
Perfect. That's actually amazing. That's actually really good.
It's the fastest way to get the NFT and drive a car.
Yeah. To be honest, getting incentives on the fair launch, having rewards for people that invest on fair launch is actually pretty cool because it's a way that you can motivate something and saying, hey, let me support this project because I'm going to get like a free benefit after all. So that's actually very smart of you, man. And I have another question because I'm actually liking the idea of the game and to start, and also the loot boxes. So you actually don't know if you're gonna get like a Corolla or a Lambo. That's actually pretty great. But I also wanted to know, like, for example, let's say once you have your car, and let's say that you have already buy some upgrades on that car, and your car like it's better than when you just bought it. Is there a secondary market for cars? Like, are you able to sell your car once, I don't know, you don't want to use it anymore, or maybe you just want to sell it? For example, for someone that wants to enter and instead of buying a loot box, they want to buy your Lambo directly. Will they be able to do that? Is there going to be like a secondary market for cars?
Yes, for sure. We will have the secondary market instantly after the end of mint. For community trust, for decentralization, people can sell their NFTs, their loot boxes, or just open and sell the exact car on the OpenSea. Yes,
Okay.
and everybody will have opportunity to buy the car or loot boxes on OpenSea on the second market. However, I think these loot boxes the price on loot boxes will be much higher than from mint.
Yeah, sure. Completely understood. And I wanted to talk now a little bit more about some of the functionality that I saw on the game that I know that you can, for example, have your car to be a taxi or have a car wash or own like a gas station, I think, or something like that. So all of these different things are the ways that users can, can, for example, play to earn. Exactly. But I want to know, like, how is that going to work in game? For example, let's just make a walkthrough. So I buy a mint box, a loot box, sorry, I get a car, a regular car. Can I make that car into a taxi instantly? And how is that going to be in game? Like how is the actual game going to show that? I'm like curious about that.
Yeah, it's really good question because I think most of all a little bit mixed up about this question, right? Yes, but let me explain. They're all really simple.
Yeah.
So you can play directly with the active income, uh, participate in each event, race with other players, where race with bots, and earn money for each race, for each winning race. If you don't really want to race, or you have not really fast car okay, something like
Yeah,
Toyota.
well, exactly. Yeah, you don't have like a fast car. Yeah.
Yes, and also, okay, with Toyota maybe you will lose most of races, but it's not a problem. You can be a taxi driver and earn money like a taxist. Your next step can be buy more cars, hire drivers, paying the fees for the drivers and salaries, but the drivers will give you income on like a passive income.
Okay.
It's a way to combine the passive and active income. So with active income, you can race and be a taxi driver yourself. But like a passive income, you can build a business without your
Perfect.
participation at all. And it's all
So,
will be NFTs.
okay,
It's a
so you
whole
actually
ecosystem.
lend your car. It will be like that. You're lending your NFT to someone else. It's just like how it works.
Now, yeah, uh, we have this lending in the
Okay.
future. However, now it works like this: like you uh, hire a taxi driver. It's just a mechanic. It's not like a
Okay,
real
okay, you're not
driver.
hiring a real driver. Perfect. Yeah, yeah. So
Yes,
that
yes.
was in my mind. So I had like two thoughts. The first one was, hey, I'm going to be like a taxi driver, and there was going to be like an in game where you're actually a taxi driver. I don't know, driving people around. Or my other thought was that you take like your car NFT and you lend it to someone else, and they are going to do the missions and something like that. But it's actually great that it's on the in-game mechanics and it's not like an actual person. But if you're contemplating the idea of having, that lending in the future, that's also going to be pretty nice, because you can actually have, I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 people working from you, and that's passive income. And who doesn't love passive income? That's the
Yes,
truth.
it's really good idea. I'm pretty sure that we will make this function of lending. However, you need to understand that it's not like a priority. It's not our priority
No, of
because
course.
even Stepan haven't made this function yet in their application.
Okay, okay, perfect, perfect. And I wanted to I don't wanted to ask more questions about the game because I know that many people in the community will for sure have questions about that. So I'm going to start talking a little bit more about the current state of the game, and also the short term and the long term. We would like to know, like, what it's done like until this point, like it's the game already, they have a beta that it's like complete, or there's many things missing. And also, what are your goals in the short and in the long term? Like, what do you want to release? Or maybe you're looking, I don't know, for sex listings in the short term, and in the long term, maybe, I don't know, making a partnership with a big company. We would like you to tell us a little bit more about the current state of the game, and what are your next goals, in the short and in the long term.
Okay, so let's start from zero. Okay, from the first question, yeah, about the current version of the game. The current
Mhm.
version of the game is ready beta version. Even it's not an alpha, it's ready beta, and you can check the video of our trailer. I can show it on demonstration of uh, of
Yeah,
this
sure.
next.
If you want to show it, that would be great, man. We love when we have sneak peeks over here.
Okay, so I think
Oh, nice, guys. We're showing that. We're looking at a sneak peek from the game. Look at that.
it's absolutely real gameplay of the game, which we made. The realistic traffic, the racing, you can drive stuff like this. Also, we have a special mechanics for about the parts upgrading and
Yeah,
customizing. It looks like this. It's not like graphics. It's a
yeah,
real gameplay. For example, this Lancer Evolution. I think the quality is quite bad, right?
yeah. It's pretty
Yes.
beautiful, man. To be honest, it looks really great.
No, no, I mean quality of video.
No, no, no. Yeah, the quality of video it's okay, but also the quality of the game it's actually pretty great. You know that the image quality it looks pretty great, man.
Yes. Okay, so just worried about it. So you saw that already made the full customizing, and we will have partnerships with uh, so worldwide brands like all the parts of Brembo and other
Yeah,
things.
Brembo. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yes. Also, we want to make partnerships with the brands, with the automobiles brands, auto brands like Audi, Toyota, BMW, but it's a little bit more complicated. We need a little bit more time. I think just 1, 2 months it will be pretty nice because the big companies answer really long.
Yeah, I understand. And the big companies also want you to have like you more things, developed. That they will like to ask you, hey, when you got like a complete version of the game, or you have like a big community, or you have like enough things, yeah, you have to be like big in order to attract big companies. That's something for sure, man.
Yes, yes, but I think we have a nice community. We have 4K people in our Telegram and the same number in Twitter and like around 1K online constantly.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing, and that actually shows that there are a lot of people that are really looking forward to this project. You know that they have already invested, or maybe they haven't, and they're waiting for last hours, or maybe they're waiting to play the games. Having a big community in a project it's really great, and having 1,000 online people that's something really impressive, man. So actually, great for you to have such a big community. To be honest, that's really great. And I want to ask the last question from my part, and then we're going to start doing some community questions. The first question that I want to ask from my side is about marketing. When marketing, that's something that everyone wants to ask. Everyone's very anxious.
Yes, yes.
Everyone wants to know, yeah, the famous when marketing. But we would like to know what are going to be your marketing strategies for now. Like, for example, I know that you're on the fair launch, but let's not focus on fair launch. Let's focus about the marketing strategies for launch. Once the fair launch ends and you're listed in Uniswap, and then of course we would love to know the marketing strategies to promote your token and also the game, because you actually have a product that you're going to need to market.
Yes, I think it's like a most interesting question for a whole community, right?
Yeah, everyone wants to know about that.
Yes, everybody asked me about it, and glad to answer about this question because uh, we are working with two the most with the biggest marketing firms of pink sale incubators, Aldo Balto, maybe you know, right? And
I know
Marcus.
him, yeah, and Marcus also,
It's
yeah.
a yes, double incubation we have. So we made strategy together and made a deal that we will focus on launch marketing and post-launch marketing, uh, and don't make a target on a fair launch and a pre-sale rising at all, because we just want to make a huge pumping on start and to continue to growth, and don't be like a dump from start. It's not our target. Our target to make a huge pump 10-20 access. And
Nice.
then also we made some mechanics to avoid any dumps. As I already said, we have a staking with a 777% APR. It's like a 2% per day. It will be available for all community. It's available right now. However, nobody have tokens, right?
Yeah.
Because we have not have any private sale. So also we refused about any taxes. So we have zero taxes on buy and sell. No taxes at all. So in this case, I'm pretty sure that it will will start even after launch to buy a lot of calls, a lot of influencers, start targeting and other stuff to engage more and more people after launch.
Okay.
That will help to growth.
That's actually really smart. That's a smart strategy because what you're saying is real. Maybe raising in fair launch is good, of course, but after launch, when you're listed on Uniswap or PancakeSwap or at any decentralized exchange, that's when real
Uniswap.
world kicks in. No, yeah, I was just giving an example, like on any exchange that you're listed, on any project available over there. If once you're listed, that's when real life starts. Because fair launch is all like fun and games if you want to go like that. But once you're listed, you have a token that is trading 24/7, that is going ups and downs, and that's real life. So actually, you having the strategy with alongside Marcus and Palto, that they're two based people that I know actually pretty well. So I know that it's really important for to maintain that prices and to pump those prices, because that's actually what people want. When they invest in there, they want that. But also there's something important here, that you're a utility project also. So that's good, because you're going to have like a lot of long-term holders that are actually holding to play the game. So that's great for you. You're of course going to get like traders, but you're also going to be looking forward to having people that are long-term holders, that are people that are going to be playing and enjoying your game. So that's actually pretty interesting, to be honest, Nick. But I think that marketing is covered. That was a great answer. I'm happy that you're focusing on the launch, and I love that you're confident, of saying that you want to get like big results, like 20x. Man, I wish that for you. To be honest, that gets me really excited. To be honest, but let's go ahead and start with the community questions. What do you think? Are you ready for that, Nick?
Yes, I'm ready for answer of any question.
Yeah, man, that's the attitude. I love it. So let's go ahead and start. Let's see with the first question of today. Let me find my members here. AI the original. You're allowed to speak, AI. What's your first question of
Hello,
the day?
David. Nick. My question is on the game. I want to know if the game is on Web 2 or Web 3, and if it's on Web 2, how will it connect to Web 3? Because for the trailer I saw, it's like a really huge game, and I haven't seen a game where that kind of game can exist on a Web 3 platform. So I want to know what's the relationship between the two games, if the game will be on Web 2 or Web 3. That's just my question. Web 2 or Web 3? And if it's on Web 2, how is it connected to Web 3?
Yes, I got your question. It's really an important question for our community. So yes, we have a Web3 game. Like I have already said, it's GameFi project and play to earn mechanism, where you connect MetaMask, where you connect Trust Wallet and other EVM wallet. And we already implemented the Web3 mechanism and blockchain functionality. So we just left our some stuff about graphics, and that's it. So and the game will be only on smartphones, on App Store and Play Market.
Thank you very much for your answer. That was just my question. I had to clear that up. Thank you.
Thank you very much, AI the
You're welcome.
original. And Nick, also, thank you very much for that answer. And that also answered one question that I had in mind, and that was actually waiting for someone to ask. And it's about if it's going to be, on platforms like, for example, a desktop computer, or maybe you were planning on going into PlayStation Store or Xbox, something like that. But you answered by saying our first is going to be mobile. But maybe in the future, Nick, are you contemplating the idea of making a desktop version or maybe a console version?
Yeah, yes, I totally understand you, and many people ask me about it, but however, I think we have to concentrate our major version on the on the App Store and Play Market to save our resources and funds. And then, after success, we can start development on webs on a not version, PC versions and place and on the PlayStations and Xbox.
Okay, perfect. Yeah,
But
that's
it's
going to
like
come along the road, right?
but
It's not
it's,
like a focus right
yes,
now.
yes.
And that's actually great. That's actually great. So, Emmanuel, you're unmuted, man. What's your question for today?
Yo, hello. Thank you for this opportunity.
Always, brother.
So I'll go straight to my question. My question is about the fatigue. It says once the player has fatigue, it will not be. I mean, he will need to take a rest of about 12 hours. So does that mean that once the fatigue level is high, I won't be able to play the game for 12 hours until the fatigue level drops again, until I refill my energy and the fatigue level drops?
Excuse
Do
me.
you get that?
So, you said fatigue?
Yeah.
What is fatigue?
I actually saw that in the white paper. It's fatigue
Yes,
that
yes,
it
yes.
was saying. Just
It says
let me find that, Nick.
yes, I'm
I
open.
I
I'm
will.
even open here.
Let me just find it here, and Nick. On the white paper when it says the basic mechanics, that says fatigue, and then it says that every 24-hour fatigue accumulates to
Ah,
100
yes,
and remains.
fatigue. Yeah, fatigue. Yeah, yeah. Sorry for
Yeah,
sorry for my English
don't
because
worry,
it's
man.
not my native. Yes.
Yeah,
So,
me neither, and Emmanuel neither. So we try to
yes.
communicate in any form we can. That's okay,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Okay. So, yes, yes. You're right. Every 24 hours, fatigue accumulates to 100% and remains constant until the player presses and rest button in the garage. The rest itself takes 12 hours, resetting the fatigue meter to zero. So, okay, yes, we have a limit for a car. We made this because first reason because it's close to reality because you cannot just race 24 hours.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
not
okay, yeah.
realistic even for car because your car will break even after first day. And I think there is no transmission, there is no engine can work 24 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
impossible.
Yeah, that is right.
yes, like a
Okay,
taxi too. But the main reason I think it's about economics more. We have to make all fair and everybody uh, earns this game, but not like cheating, where because real person cannot uh, play 24 hours without a rest. It's possible only for bots.
yeah.
That's the reason.
All right, all right. Thank you very much for that answer.
Yes, yes. Thank you too.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel, for that question. That was something also that I've seen in the white paper, and I was waiting for someone to ask that. So thank you, Emmanuel. That was great. And what you said, Nick, is actually very smart because you are adding something from real life into the game that actually makes sense. And I love that, to be honest. I love that. So
Yes, thank you.
let me just find, I don't know where Sam Murphy is. I can't find Sam Murphy. I think he's not connected, or maybe oh yeah, he changed his profile picture here. Sam Murphy, you're allowed to speak, brother.
Hey, Ravi.
Hey, brother, how's it going?
think the connection is not really good.
How are you? I'm audible.
Yeah, you're audible now. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Nick, my question for you is regarding this taxi and cargo delivery profession. Okay. It
Yes,
says
sure.
that the driver is liable to pay all the traffic violations, like the 100%. Like, what kind of fines it will be? Like traffic violations, rule breaking, and all. If yes, should I pay the tokens in the native? I mean, should I pay the fines in native token with Turbo, or I can use other currencies as well to pay the fines?
Okay, sure. Okay, let me explain. If you the company usually, if you're just like driving yourself, the company covers fuel and repairs cost, and however, your income is 50% lower. But in the second case, you pay for everything yourself, but your profit is 100%. But in both cases, you are responsible for paying fines. But if you're asking for a creating company, it doesn't work like this. Okay, so you can, when you creating the company, you get a fines from a taxi drivers. So let me explain. If you are if you are driving yourself, you are earning $1,000 per day. But if you have a company with 10 cars, you are not earning 10,000. You're earning like a 7,000 or 6,000 because main profit goes to taxi drivers. But it's also really profitable because you don't waste your time on just chilling across our open world map. It's more about passive income.
Okay. It's very professional rules, huh? As compared to the gaming. I really
Yeah.
like something similar to real life experience. Thank you.
I
Yeah,
love
stuff
that,
like
man.
that. We just really
There,
wanted to make it close to reality.
yeah, man, to be honest, there are a lot of things that are like very similar to reality over there. And I also saw in the white paper that you need to to clean your car, you need to put gas on your car, you need to make
Yes.
maintenance, everything. So it's actually pretty real. So I'm kind of excited about that, man. That's going to be like really fun. So let me just unmute Crypto Legend. Crypto Legend, you're unmuted, man. What's your question for today? I know you had one, so feel free to ask.
Feel free to answer.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah,
Okay,
now we can hear you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Drybit, for the opportunity. I wanted to know about the gameplay. So I wanted to know if we are going to be able to edit our game buttons, like for preference of game buttons. Is it going to be customizable, or it's going to be a fixed game buttons, like maybe the steering and all of that? You know, some people prefer to be on the left side, and some people prefer to be on the right side. So will I be able to customize the way I want it to play for to be more enjoyable for me?
Sorry, just a little bit didn't get you. You just asked about NPC in the games, right?
He asked, I can help you, Crypto Legend. He asked about customization in the game. Like, for example, will you able to customize like every aspect in the car? For example, can you drive from the left side? The steering wheel. Could it be from the left side or from the right side? Or how can you customize like your car?
Yes, it's a really interesting question. Okay, maybe let me explain. I think you saw the video with customizing the car, right? How it works. Maybe you remember how to customize the car in a Need for Speed Heat if you are playing. It's really close to Need for Speed because it was our target to make it really comfortable and really detailed. Because you are buying because when you are buying the details, it's will be NFT ERC 1155. and each part you can buy new brakes, new hood, new tailgates, everything. Also, it's not like just for make it more beautiful. For example, you're not really lucky, but you got like a Toyota Prius, right? But you bought new engine, you bought new
Yeah.
exhaust, new transmission, and etc. Right? Okay, you invested 10K more, but now you can race with a Lambo, easy.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
and
everything, so understood.
so as I have already said, we'll not have meant of the car parts because I think will be much more fair to sell these parts for the token turbo and burn these tokens for make deflationation system of the token. So when people buying the parts, the token turbos are burning at all.
Okay, that's great. Then thanks for the answers. Thanks, Drabit, for helping me out on the question.
Thank you very much, Crypto Legend.
Thank you too.
And thank you, Riley, for that wonderful answer because you get us a lot of details on everything, like on how each part is different and how you can make like a car so good that it can race like any single car in the game. So I think that if someone loves their car and wants to keep on upgrading, then it's going to be actually really, really fun, man. So great about that. So let me just find, I have, yeah, we have time. So let me just find Desmond over here. Desmond, 1000X, you're allowed to speak.
Okay, sure.
Are you there, Desmond?
I think problem
Yeah,
with microphone or internet connection or something like that, right?
I can't hear you, Desmond.
So
okay, I'm going to mute him.
If you can just write, you can write
Yeah.
the question in text.
Desmond, I muted you. I'm going to allow Yellow Lip to ask. Yellow Lip, you're allowed to ask. Yellow Lip.
The problem again, right?
Yellow Lip also.
Oh, lucky.
Okay, Yellow Lip, you're also having connectivity issues. So let's go with someone that knows a lot about software engineering. Let's go with CC Jitters. CC Jitters, you're allowed to speak, my brother.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, man.
Thank you very much. TJ, I just like caught up there because I always have network issues, whenever I join the AMA. So, whatever the case is, one question I wanted to throw in was relating to the legal documentation. So, there are a lot of other games out there who have the same strategy. I'm not going to go into what are your competitors or have you identified your competitors or whatever, what makes you different. No, I already know what makes you different. You play to earn. So, okay. So, one question I wanted to throw in was, what are the legal documents you've acquired? Now, concerning Web 2 side of things, not Web 3, I know you may have a SAFU, perhaps you may have an audit, KYC, whatever. But I'm talking about on the Web 2 side of things. So, for example, you're gonna have partners. Perhaps these partners are gonna have services, perhaps location services. For example, you could be using a Google Analytics to control location. When a driver needs a location for his destination, you need Google Analytics, right? Or the location service to analyze where this driver is going, right? So what are the legal documents you've acquired? What are your contracts you've acquired to make sure that your game is not going to crash, it's not going to affect user devices, the device native feature is gonna connect to will not be affected, will run smoothly. So what are these partners and what are these documentations that you required on it?
Okay, I think there was like 3 or 4 questions, right? Okay, let me start with the first one about the legal. So, okay, we have a company, Yankovsky LDC, of a street racing simulator, yes. And so on the Cayman Islands, we have decided to choose the Cayman because it's really good for crypto projects. Also, the low fee low fee for registration of company and the low taxes. So, okay, the second question was about smart contracts, right? Okay, we have some smart contracts,
No,
or
not
not.
really. No, not about Web3 side of things. I know you must have been able to gather the Web3 contract, like the smart contract, audit, KYC, and SAFL. I know you must have done that, but I'm talking about the Web2 side of things. Perhaps launching the game on the actual life, real life, on Google Play Store, right? What are your Google Play Protect badge you've had? What are the legal documentations you've had concerning Google location and analytics? Stuff like that. How do you connect to these partners to make sure that their service is very useful in your game?
So yes, I got your question about the listing on Google Play and App Store, right? And about the rules. Yes. Okay, I will be pretty honest with you. We have a little argue with the App Store and Google Play about this because we had to share our partnerships with some companies and brands. However, we have already solved all with my game developers because, okay, I'm just a CEO. I'm not like listing directly the game. They just share with me the information about it. No need to worry about it at all. That we will list the all process already done, and we will list our game, I think, in a week after listing. Listing will be in 24 hours after end of pre-sale. Pre-sale will end today in 15 UTC. So
Cool.
I think it's really close.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Also, there will be no problem because a lot of games already listed by our game developers, and they have huge experience about it.
Cool.
If you really
Sorry.
want to know the exact information about the things of listing Google Play and documents exactly, I can connect you with my developers, and they will share with you the full informations.
Cool. So I don't really need much
Just
information on Google. I don't really need much information on Google Play. So the thing is, sorry, Drybit. The thing is, when you go to Google Play Store, actually, let's say you want to search for your game, and then you search for a simulator, bus simulator, or car simulator, something like that. 1,001 applications come out, right? I know of Coach Bus Simulator, Euro Coach Bus Simulator, Car Simulator. There are a couple of them, right? So in order for your project not to have a clone, and I know some websites that actually copy all your codes, kind of like not necessarily your code, but they actually make their own that'll look exactly like your game, right? So I was actually also thinking just much if you're gonna have this Google Play Protect badge, something that identifies you with all of them to verify from Google Play that you're actually, the actual SRS, simulator stuff.
yes, I got it. I think it's a really good idea. I will share this information about the security page of Google Play to my developers, game developers. However, I think they are already sleeping because they have another time zone. Thank you for this question. You're a software engineer, right?
Yeah, I am.
So nice to meet you. Thank you for this advice.
Yeah,
Thank
sure.
you very much,
Thank you.
CCG Tears, man. You're the man.
Thank you.
You're always great. You always give great feedback and ideas to everyone that comes by. So thank you very much. Nick, you see my community, I told you, they all do the research. They all ask, smart questions. Like they're not just here,
Yes,
to ask.
I see.
Yeah, trust me that every project that we analyze in the community is actually an organic community of investors that we sit down and say, hey, I like this, I like that, let's talk about that. So actually, one of the things that I always say to everyone here is, guys, if you're going to ask a question, make it a smart one. So we had really great smart questions, and I'm going to allow only one more, and then we can wrap this up. What do you think, Nick? Is that all right?
Yes, it's absolutely all right. But if I know
Perfect.
that will be a lot of technical questions, I will ask my dev to be with me and
Yeah,
answer
don't worry.
together.
Don't worry, but there
I
weren't
just didn't
very
know.
many technical. I think that CC Jeter had the most technical question, but don't worry. There are mostly questions related to the game. So let me just set the last person here. I have so many hands raised up. I don't know who to unmute, guys. I don't have favorites, guys. I've been seeing in the lounge that you were saying, hey, Dravic has favorites. No, I don't have favorites. I just unmute, normally the most active members. But let's go with this guy that the other day asked a really smart question, so I'm going to give him a second try. So, Sub Parkar, you're unmuted, brother. You asked a great question the other day. Let's see what you have us for today.
Thank you, sir.
Sure.
So my question is, how do you want to generate revenue for your project, and how can it be mutually beneficial for both you and the investors? Because a common problem is that nowadays most investors are only interested in initial profits and ignore long-term benefits. So can you give them some reasons why they should buy and hold your tokens in the long term?
Yes, it's really good question. So as
It
I have
is.
already said, we made a special marketing strategy for creating the good conditions for holding for a long term, and will be not really comfortable for a short term. For example, as I already said, we are targeting on a post-launch marketing, and we are creating a lot of mechanism to make deflation. First, the deflation system, which you already see, is a staking with a 777% APR. It will help to avoid huge dump after listing. Second one will be the release of game, when you can earn when you can spend a lot of turbo tokens or lock it. And the third one will be farming of the NFTs, where you lock your turbo tokens to get the fastest car NFTs. I mean, sure. There's a reason why our token will grow every day, and the short investors will lose. Only the diamond hands will win, as always.
As always. Yep.
Thank you, sir. Great.
Thank you very much, Sub Parkar. That was an amazing question. And guys, unfortunately, that was the last question for today because we ran out of time. I know that there's a lot of hands raised at the moment. Okay, I want you to know, Nick, that I have a lot of people that want to ask questions. And guys, if you have any type of question, you can, of course, join their Telegram group of Street Racing Simulator. You can DM Nick, or you can do just both of two options are okay, guys. So you can ask the question that you want to know for this project. But to be honest, it was a really interesting one. I love the questions that we had answered today. Sorry, that we were asked today. This was an amazing AMA session, to be honest. Thank you very much, Nick, for coming in here, for spending 1 hour of your life to come tell us more about the project. You did really well, man. You explained the project with so many details and stuff, and I'm pretty happy that you came on board, to be honest.
Okay, so thank you for Drybit for this summer session. I'm really excited too. I see that a lot of questions here. Okay, so don't worry, everybody will have a chance to ask a question on our next summer session in our group 8/21/15 UTC. We'll start a session, and it will be like 2 hours until the pre-sale end. So
That's amazing.
okay, I will just remain the main points about our staking, and that our sale will end in 7 hours, I think. Yes, I'm right. In 7 hours. I'm waiting everybody in our group, waiting about each question. If truly asked, I can answer about it in group, in text. Thank you, drivers. Thank you, driver community. Have a good night, I think.
Yeah, good night, good day, good morning. You know, we're all in very
Yes,
different time zones over here,
yes,
so
yes.
you never know how it is to be
Have a
honest.
good
But
time.
yeah, exactly. That's the best way of saying have a good time or have a good one. But man, thank you very much for thank you very much for coming here for explaining this project. I am really excited about this project. So actually thank you very much. Like I said, I have a weakness for gaming projects. And when I see a gaming project that is actually well developed and has a lot of potential, man, it's really important for me, to be honest, you know, to have all this working together at the same time. But I wanted to tell you that you have full support from Driveit community. And guys, of course, if you're here, if you're reading all this, if you're watching all this, go ahead, join to their Telegram group, go ahead and check out their website. You have still hours if you want to contribute over there. And Nick, it's been a pleasure, and I want to say goodbye to you. And one last thing, if you need anything from our side, you know that you can come over here for any update that you want. You know, every new development that you do in the game or anything, our doors are always open, and you can come for a follow-up AMA at any time, man. You know, you're forever invited into this group.
Yes, thank you. I'm glad to hear it. So the last question to you: what's your favorite car?
Oh, my favorite car. That's a tricky question. I don't know which is my favorite car, to be honest, but I have a brand that I personally love the most. That is Audi. You know, the German brand. Audi is my favorite
Yes,
brand.
yes.
Yeah, because that's the realistic ones, right? Because I can of course tell you, hey, you know, my favorite car is, I don't know, a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, but being more realistic, you know, into the real world, Audi is my favorite brand, to be honest.
Okay, so I just want to thank you for your attention and make a small gift for you.
Oh, really?
When a few minutes will over, I will make a gift with Audi NFT,
Oh
especially for
man,
you.
that's amazing. That's amazing, man. It's always nice to receive gifts, but I'm definitely going to be collecting that, man. I'm going to drop you a DM later, and we're gonna talk more about that. But thank you very much, man. It
Yes,
was a
sure.
pleasure having you here, man. You answered everything correctly, and you're an actually great speaker, man. So I wish you the best of luck. Not luck, because you don't need luck, because you're actually very smart. I simply wish you the best, man, in this one. But thank you very much for the gift. I'm pretty excited now. So let's see you in, I don't know, maybe some other time when I follow up AMA or something. But like I said, we're going to keep on supporting your project, man. See you later.
Okay, thank you. See you too.
Okay, guys. Bye bye, everyone. Thank you for joining this AMA. Bye bye.